So most of you watching this video have probably seen the Quarter Underwater video at Norton Disney, where Danny incorporates a shot on the hook onto his rig, and yeah, it converts every single pickup into a bite.
Oh, go on, go on. He's got it. Dan, you're away. You're away. You're away. This is a nice scaly one. Oh, boy.
There is no doubt that this extra little bit of weight on the hook point definitely increases the chances of hooking that fish when it picks up your hook bait. It was very interesting to see how well this shot on the hook actually worked on his rigs. So if you are looking for something similar to use on your rigs, this is where our tungsten shot on the hook beads come into play. They are super easy to use on your rigs. I recommend using them on rigs which have a lot of movement on the hook end of the rig, like a combi multi-rig for example, because that's got the soft braided section at the end where the hook is. That will work very well. Or if you're using a Ronnie rig on a wafter, that will also work because you've got the movement of the swivel. And I've actually got a rig here which I think is honestly a really good rig to use in junction with the shot on the hook bead. It's basically like a D-rig or multi-rig because you've got the quick change ability there on the rig, so you can easily change that hook, and it's just made out of one material, which is braid, some soft braid from Thinking Anglers, I think this is, and yeah, I think this is a deadly rig. It's basically a size 4 curve shank with some stripped back bit of braid, about probably like 5 to 10 mil there after the aligner, and that just helps with the movement of the hook. And when you put a tungsten shot on the hook bead on the end, on that hook point, it just turns instantly, and I think it will just nail every single pickup that you get. I'd fish this rig with a fairly small wafter rig. I think that'll just work really well. To tie this rig, I take about 10 inches of my chosen braid. I'm using the Thinking Anglers Cam Soft in 25 pound, and I strip back about 3 to 4 inches of this braid, and then I tie a overhand loop knot on the end, and you want that overhand loop knot to be around about 1 to 1.5 inches. You then thread both bits of the braid through the hook and then put on a micro ring swivel for the hook bait, and then you just line it up, and then you slide on one of our combi multi aligners. This aligner just basically keeps the D in place, and you want that D to finish in line with the barb. And then it's a simple case of putting on a anti-tangle sleeve and then finishing off the rig with another overhand loop knot at your chosen length, and that is, yeah, that's basically it. A super simple rig, and you want to just make sure there's a little bit of stripped back braid just after where the liner sits. This will give the hook a nice bit of movement, and as you can see, if you test it in your hand, it instantly turns and flips over and nails my hand. So yeah, it works brilliantly. And then you just add tungsten shot on the hook bead to increase the speed on which it turns, and that little extra bit of weight on the hook point just nails the carp as soon as they pick it up. And this is another rig, Ronnie rig, fishing it with a wafter. I've got 2 hook beads there, just to trap that hook bait in place, kind of just in line with the barb. I find when you're fishing a Ronnie rig with a wafter, I do find having those 2 hook beads does help. This ensures the hook bait doesn't like sit funny or anything, and because it's got a lot of movement because of that swivel, the tungsten shot on the hook bead really does come into play, because there's so much movement on there already, which just helps kind of increase the speed it turns, and with the little bit of extra weight, it just nails the fish instantly. With these tungsten shot on the hook beads, I'd recommend you use them on a rig with a lot of movement at the end where the hook is, and I'm sure you'll nail so many more carp using these beads.